Dear my brothers and sisters, good day. Every coup in Turkey was a foreign intervention. From now on, every coup attempt will be considered as an invasion attempt. They are establishing fronts at our door. We are being sieged. Beware, this is exactly when they stir things up from within. When we were at Turkey's Democracy and Freedom Island, also known as Yassıada, the other day, upon His Excellency President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's invitation, one of writers, Mr. Ibrahim Karagül, was there, and he said this is where the history of shame was written, where one of Turkey's former presidents, Adnan Menderes, and his friends were tried for 11 months before being sent to the island of İmralı to be executed. While answering questions, His Excellency President of Republic of Turkey, Mr. Erdogan, made a promise. The promise was along the lines of there is never going to be a coup again in this country. If we are strong, it is impossible, he said. This promise was basically a summary of our visit to Yassıada, that island. Every coup is an attack on our people. Every coup is a foreign intervention. May 27, September 12, February 28, and December 17 and 25, and July 15. Each one of these was an intervention against our nation to strengthen the position of a certain government. These coups were staged not against the state but the people. All these coups were attacks targeting the people. Every topic that emerged as a great threat throughout the year, whether it be about economy, foreign policy, security, etc., is the result of the concessions made during the period of coups. All coups are staged to take the will of the people hostage, to oppress them and give over control to the multinational will again. All coups are promoted as protecting the state. However, they were staged to establish a foreign tutelage over the people. They sustained the tutelage order through those coups. Whenever our nation gains strength and tries to preserve its past, present and future, that multinational will took action and staged the coup and staged the tutelage order that was established after the Ottoman Empire through these coups. This means that we need to face the music that each coup is actually a foreign intervention on Turkey. That tutelage, that intervention, that implicit invasion was carried out through the cadres raised in political and military bureaucracy in economy and finance and in the intellectual field. This is why it is our painful reality to consider all the coup attempts as interventions, an attack on Turkey. They were first going to take over Istanbul. This is why July 15 was an invasion attempt. This is the first time Turkey caught a strong wave to escape that tutelage since it was established. We call this is a turning point in history. The political tradition that goes all the way back to the Selçuk took action a century later, and miraculous movement developed. The people will forge their own path. The state will take shape accordingly, and the region will take shape according to Turkey. This is the path. This is the struggle. This is our goal. But they conducted the first attack on December 17 and 25, 2013. They carried out the heaviest attack since World War I on July 15, 2016. They directly attempted a foreign intervention. They planned to separate Istanbul from Anatolia and implemented that plan. July 15 was not a coup, but an attack. It was an invasion attempt. The classical coup period was over and new intervention methods were laid. The path, this is the struggle, this is our goal, I said. The classic coup period was over and new intervention method, as I told you, methods were laid on the table. There is a foreign intervention, there is action within. They used the FETÖ terrorist organization as an assassin on July 15th, but FETÖ is not the only entity they use. We know we can somewhat ascertain how they will use the ones to follow. I'm not just saying this is to remind you of May 27, the first military coup attempt in Turkey's history. I am talking about this by considering the future, not the past. The danger persists. Intervention traced targeting Turkey both locally and from abroad continue. Those that established an anti-Turkey front in the north of Syria amassed 200 battleships in the East Mediterranean. They turned the Aegean Islands into a muzzle base. They are making a military build-up consisting of troops, tanks and muzzles in Romania and Bulgaria. They are building fronts at our door. We are being sieged. They are deploying troops and armored vehicles against us in Dede Ağaç, 600 kilometers from our border. They siege it from the southeast and from the south throughout the Mediterranean. How they are surrounding us from the Aegean and the west, trace from Bulgaria and Romania. Do you think the United States and Israel are doing all this for Russia, for Iran, for China? It is doing it for Turkey, not for them. We are the country being sieged. Please open your eyes. These are our borders. This is our region, our gates. They position their battleships, aircraft carriers, muzzles and troops right at our doorstep. And they are making more build-ups by the day. This is where the COP discussion starts all over again. Who is keeping all this from the attention of the Turkish public? Who is forming the public opinion to present the situation as if there is no such thing? Whoever says there is no such thing and takes all this lightly, I caution you to stay away from them. They have ulterior motives. The activities that have currently gained speed draw attention, they are being widely discussed as well. FETÖ terrorist groups structures have re-networked. They have taken action like they did before July 15. They are using the candidacy of Ekrem İmamoğlu, the Republican People's Party mayoral candidate for Istanbul, to camouflage the fact that he is a tool of theirs and applying a bigger agenda. COP scenarios are now being discussed loudly and openly. There is a rumor that there will be a new foreign intervention. They are seeking an opportunity to conduct an intervention. Our country is currently resisting against threats similar to those during World War I. All the nations and states that were against us in Çanakkale have established an alliance against us again today. They formed the same alliance within the country as well. They have the native agents on the ground. Those that tried to tear Istanbul from Anatolia on July 15, 2016 are implementing another Istanbul projects today. Those that tried to turn Anatolia into Syria on July 15 are implementing the same plan again today. The alliance abroad is very vast. The alliance within is very vast. They believe both the regional conditions and the atmosphere within are suitable for an intervention. Every COP attempt will be considered an invasion attempt. But COPs will not take place in this country ever again, by God's grace. There will be attacks rather than COPs. Every COP attempt will be an foreign intervention. It will be an invasion attempt. They are going to be considered as this country's traitor and go down in the dark pages of history. A fight for independence is going to be put up against every COP attempt. A legendary fight will be put up similar to the one in Çanakkale. They didn't forget the Çanakkale. This is example for them. Those attempting such interventions aimed at taking our nation under tutelage for another century will be considered as one, and same as the United States, Israel, the United Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, the fight we put up a century ago will be put up again. This is great storm, but this nation has known how to silence greater storms in the region for a millennium. History has taken a turn. You cannot change this. No matter what you do, I will no longer be possible to stop Turkey. Thank you very much for listening. Ramadan Mubarak, and God bless you all, dear my brothers and sisters. Thank you very much.